Draw me some lines, brother.
I'm drawing lines today.
Draw me
guys.
some lines.
I'm
Let's
drawing
see
lines today.
Let's see these lines.
I'm drawing lines. I'm drawing lines. And the reason I'm drawing lines is because unlike a fight for support, which are true battles, there's no bear in Bitcoin. It's just bull on bull crime. It's always bull on bull crime, right? It's who's going to sell first. Well, I'm not seeing a lot of people that want to sell in the last 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And that's encouraging. That's just encouraging. Now, we've been talking about the backdrop of the 60K breakout, correct?
Yeah.
60K. We like that 60K whole number there. Now, you see that little wick here? You see that wick right there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm discounting that wick. That wick is not part of my analysis. Okay. Now, Tim, sometimes we discount wicks and sometimes we don't, right?
It depends on context. That's right.
Okay. So typically speaking, and discounting wicks is a subjective analysis. I'll be the first to admit that,
Mm-hmm.
right? I just think some people's subjective analysis is far better than other people's objective analysis. But when you're looking at that wick, it is one data point, correct? We don't have multiple tests of that one data point. Now, that one data point, let's take this down to an hourly chart. That one data point, you see the futures market open here?
Mm-hmm.
That one data point was just pricing in basically what some things were happening on a random Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm discounting it. I'm treating it like a wick on an earnings report to a certain extent.
Wasn't the sell-off off that wick as well the India news, wasn't it? That
Yes.
day? Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Yes. So I am discounting that. Now, if somebody says, Matt, but when I'm looking at that on an hourly chart, I get concerned about it. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. No problem. Wicks and discounting wicks are a subjective analysis. I am discounting it. One of the reasons I am discounting it is because of the significant whole number of 60,000. The second reason I'm discounting it is because it was just one data point over the weekend. The third reason I'm discounting it is because after that wick was established at 61,700 or something like that, when you're looking at this from an intraday perspective, has the market cared about that data here at any point over the last week and a half?
No.
What has it cared about? 60K.
Mm-hmm.
60K. That's what it's cared about. So the market is showing you it cares more about that. Now, we know the daily chart analysis here. We know the consolidation. We know the slowing momentum. We know the horizontal. We know the cup and hat. We know the daily chart analysis. We know the power of breakouts on Bitcoin specifically. I want to look at Frank's favorite time frame, the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart. Now, we know the 60K number. We know that's the level we're trying to achieve. So let's just look at the analysis as we're coming into that. Now, this is the last 3 days of price action here. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's the last 3 days of price action. Now, have we had one intraday support level get violated yet?
Negative.
Okay, so we have not had a support level on the intraday get violated. What does that tell you guys?
Well, that's higher pivot high, higher pivot lows as buyers are coming in with demand.
Hey,
It's
buyers don't care.
buyer. Yeah.
Buyers aren't scared. Buyers aren't nervous. Buyers are holding through intraday. Buyers aren't even getting worried about the test. They just hold through it. That's positive. Now, in the other attempts to run up to 60K, we had multiple violations of support. Very choppy mess. Very choppy mess. Is that a choppy mess?
No.
It's pretty clean, right?
It's really clean.
Pretty clean, right? Now,
I need one more line.
you Tim wants a trend line.
I do.
That's what
I was
Tim
just
wants.
thinking that.
Tim wants a trend line. Now, drawing trend lines can be an art, or you can just treat it like my daughter did when she was 3 years old when I was teaching her how to draw trend lines, and that's just to connect the dots the same way she would connect the dots when she was drawing a coloring book. And so I'm going to connect the dots, and you see a 45 degree angle going up. Now, I don't even have my moving averages on this chart, but I'm willing to bet those intraday moving averages support my analysis as well. Next, I'm not done, Tim. I got one more line. I got one more line. I got one more line. I got one more line.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. You see this intraday resistance yesterday? Right there. See that intraday resistance? See the breakout? It breaks out, gets caught on a nail, comes back down, retest that breakout. That's a bullish retracement on the intraday chart. You see that distance from 59 to 60? Oh, Bitcoin doesn't have to run very far to break out, guys. Its starting track is 59. You're not going to get a tighter starting track on a breakout than 59 against 60.
Mm-hmm.
I love the analysis coming into this potential breakout. Horizontal breakout, intraday analysis supporting, snapback against the intraday bullish retracement at 59K, lines up that breakout at 60K. Whether you do it or not, that's up to you, but the analysis is there.
You know, one of the most helpful things I think over the last several months that you've described in the Bitcoin markets is that this is not bull on bear fights. This is bull on bull fights constantly. And it's when you see this type of upward price mobility, when it gets really consistent like this, pushing towards a breakout, you just realize that.
They're not yelling at each other. It's fantastic.
That's right.
They're having a good dinner date. It's fantastic. No volatility, not yelling at each other. One's not saying this is the new gold and the other one's not saying it's going to take over the dollar. Like, they're just coming in and saying, same team. And yes, there was a little bit of corporate news, didn't affect Bitcoin at all. PayPal's going to now accept Bitcoin as transactional. I'm going to go jump off a cliff while you finish that story.
You know that these are going to come down the pipe for
it's so stupid. Months. Like, everybody in the docs and try to attach themselves to and act like they're the next, revolutionary company. That's ridiculous.
That's right. I love it. Thank you for that analysis there, Maddie. And obviously, Mark, the sentiment around Bitcoin has been just bull for quite a long time. But this is a wonderful developing chart. Anything you want to add to Bitcoin here, Mark? I know.
No, listen.
I saw you leaning in several times.
Mark liked my lines.
Yes, he did.
Listen, Bitcoin's my biggest position, in various forms. And I have had rules in this run up. When I get pullbacks to areas where of support, I add exposure. When I get breakouts, I add exposure, and then take profits along the way at various points. That's setting up for a breakout. And so, in a good trader, or even an average trader, and if you're below average or if you're a great trader, you should always plan your next step. You never want to be impulsive. Looking at the screen and saying, I got to do something. You're not going to have a lot of success doing that. But if you know what you're going to do ahead of a breakout and what's the signal and how you're going to play it, your odds go up. So just planning my next move. But that's beautiful. That trend line on the hourly chart is beautiful.
I really like those lines. I do.
So now it's just about being patient, right?
It is patience, trade planning, all of those things. Obviously, the standard statement we'd make with any trading setup.
Now, obviously, 59 doesn't hold and it comes back down 58. The intraday day trade would be dead.
Yeah.
But the breakout of 60 would still be alive.
Still there. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you maintain some degree of defensive posture above this pivot point here, you're fine on the breakout.
Mm-hmm.
It's this pivot on the breakout that is just beautiful if it holds. But again, if this is violated, I would have a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
If this is violated, I don't.